Hey, you guys, it's Alicia. I'm back again, and you're here for part two of my embarrassing stories. I've got my retainer in right now, and Cami is sleeping with me, and it's almost 11 o'clock at night, and I'm going to start editing. So I really hope you guys enjoy this, get a laugh out of it, and yeah, have a good time. Here we go. I'm sleeping. I think that makes me tired too. So okay. I wanted to go in like chronological order, but I don't know if I can. I'm not going to tell this funny story, this embarrassing story. I was mortified, but it was like cringy mortified as opposed to like funny embarrassing mortified. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to table that for several years from now when I can actually like be okay telling that story. Okay, so I have two times when a boyfriend was like tickling me and I laughed so hard that I farted. And I'm a suppressor, like I don't just like let loose. So like these two times were the only times. Men may have smelled me before that, but they had definitely not heard me before that. So the first one was my boyfriend Andy in high school. I'm pretty sure we were like laughing and he like picked me up and it squeezed out a fart. And it was super embarrassing, but like Andy and I had a very like comfortable, relaxed relationship, unlike when I was like obsessed with Patrick and it would have like killed me for him to even know that I did a number two. With Andy, it was just the funniest thing. I was already laughing and then he like picked me up like from behind and like I just let out a little squeaker. And I thought that was the funniest thing. And then actually the only other time that that's happened is with Matt. And Matt is my current boyfriend. Aww. Love of my life. And I'm so comfortable and happy around him. Like it's not that kind of like I'm trying to be something for you. I'm just being me and you're being you and it's comfy. And yep, I was laughing and he was like holding me and I farted. And he was just like, "Did you just fart?" And I was like, "Yep." And I know for some people, like, they're really comfortable passing gas in front of their, like, significant other. For them, it's, like, totally, it's just like, oh, this is what happens. And those people are so cool and chill. I love you guys. You're doing great. I think both of my sisters are like that with their spouses, where it's just like, if it happens, it happens, like, whatever. I'm one of those people that I think because I've been so, like, I don't know, maybe because I've been so focused on being like someone's girlfriend and being like a good girlfriend that like good girlfriends don't fart on you. Yeah. So and it wasn't just like we were nearby each other and like he heard me from across the room and we laughed. It was like he forced it out through a laughing and hugging experience. So those they cracked me up so hard, and all I could do, I couldn't be like, excuse me. I just like busted out laughing even more, which is bad because then I had to like really tighten up because I was scared I was gonna fart again. Oh my gosh, yeah, that was super embarrassing. That was pretty embarrassing. Okay, so more like present day. I'm 30 years old, and it's 2 weeks after my birthday. And I used to live in a part, so I'm in Florida right now, and I used to live about a mile and a half from the University of Florida. And so when I was working there and going to school my first year, I would walk or bike to school most of the time. because the weather is nice and I was close and I could. So I think it was a Monday, maybe it was a Tuesday. It was a weekday, and I got up, everything was good, took care of Cam, which is always like a thing. If you have kids or if you have a dog, you know, you have to take care of your little ones before you get to like get ready and go for the day. So I got up, got out, had enough time for Cam to go potty, and I was going to my stats class, and I think I had done my makeup and I felt cute. I had on an outfit that I thought was cute, and I locked up, had my backpack, on my bike, going to school. And before I even made it out of the parking lot of my apartment complex, my stomach really started to hurt, just super suddenly. And I was like, oh, that's sudden and very painful. And I made it to like the sidewalk before, like the sidewalk to start taking the sidewalk to work instead of being in the driveway. So I'm there, I'm on the bike, my stomach has suddenly just started hurting so bad, and I was like, oh, there's pressure. Maybe I just need to let out some gas. And I didn't know what happened, but something came out. And okay, this is only going to really be relatable for any women who are watching. But like having a little bit of dampness in your nethers is like a normal thing. Whether it's like you're used to your period happening or like whatever. Like there's like a baseline level of dampness that can exist in your nethers without it being problematic. I didn't know what had happened. And I had a decision to make. This is another one of those moments, like I had a decision to make. Because I didn't really know what had happened, I thought maybe I had passed gas and maybe also peed a little bit. And I was like, okay, I can go back in and change, but then I'm probably going to be late for stats. Or I can just like go to class having peed myself a little bit. And so I got on my bike. I kept riding my bike. So I'm on my bike. I'm biking. There's like a slope and then there's a downhill. And then I have to cross a street to continue on my way. And so I'm stopped at the crossing. There's another girl on her bike sort of like near me. And the whole time I've been pedaling, I've been thinking, what happened to my pants? Because I was like, this seems like more than the tolerable amount of dampness. Did I crap myself? So like, just imagine me, like, I'm on my bike, biking towards school, away from home, not knowing what transpired in that region. I'm just continuing to go towards school. You dingus! So I get to the stoplight, and I'm standing there, and I'm on my bike, and I'm like, I put my hand between my legs to feel like how much, like, had the wetness permeated the pants, and I was wearing black jeans. which is probably why I made the choice. Like, oh, if I peed a little, no one's going to be able to see it because I got black jeans on. I don't have to go soak my pants in the water to hide my pee stains. So I felt it and I was like, oh no, it's pretty wet. And my bike seat was a little wet. And I was like, this is not okay. And my stomach still felt kind of queasy. And I was just like, I can't do this. I can't go to class. So I turned around and I pedaled home. Okay, I'm sorry. The other piece that, like, while I had been biking down the hill, I, like, felt to see if it was actually wet in my pants. And it was. And I kept having this sneaking suspicion, like, I think something's wrong down there. Then when I got to the stop light, I took another step and I took in a deep breath. And I was like, no, I can't do this. So I turned around and I biked up the hill. And as I like to now tell my family, like when I told them this story last Thanksgiving or Christmas, it was like pedal, pedal, squish, squish, pedal, pedal, squish, squish. And I was just like, I'm pretty sure I crapped my pants. And so I biked home, unlocked the door, took in my bike, got inside, went into the bathroom, dropped trowel, and it was a really gnarly situation. I was like wearing actual underpants, and I'm making this shape to like show like it wasn't like butt floss. I had like underpants on. And it was just like a horror movie. It was so bad. It was like, it wasn't, and to my, like, in my defense, it was definitely not solid. Like, there was nothing solid happening there. It was just like sewage runoff. It was just like a bad situation. And so I felt sick. And at this point, I'm smelling the deed. And I'm just like, I can't believe I just biked with this in my pants all the way down the hill and thought I could go to class. Like, my classmates would have smelled me. I smelled like the cat litter box. It was terrible. My underwear are ruined. My jeans are ruined. Everything is ruined. I'm a disaster. I'm a 30-year-old person. I had just turned 30 like 2 weeks prior, and I was already shitting my pants. And the embarrassing part is the part where I thought it was going to be okay. Like, I could have just made the decision not to bike down the hill. And, like, be near people. But my dumb ass was like, I'm going to be late for statistics. Oh my god. So I drop trowel and I'm like, okay, I need to shower, get cleaned up. I feel sick. Everything is bad. I got on the phone because I think I had like a one-on-one advising meeting with my previous mentor. The first thing I did actually is I texted my friend Nico to tell her that I crapped my pants. I just thought she would, like, get it and think it was hilarious. So, like, my first thought was, like, I gotta tell Nico this happened. So, I told Nico, and then I, like, called my mentor, and I was like, I'm not coming in today. I'm back home. I had to turn around and come back home. I'm sick. I can't come in. I can't come to school today. And he was like, oh, well, I'm driving to work now. Do you want me to just pick you up? because I had said, like, oh, I turned around, I was riding my bike to school, but I got sick, I don't feel well, and I had to come home. And he was like, oh, do you want a ride to school? I'm in the car right now. And I was like, can't get in your car. And he goes, why not? I was like, because I shit myself. And he said, what? And I had to say it again, like, into the phone, and I was like, I can't get in your car because I shit my pants. I just thought it was like the funniest thing. So I felt really sick, and I ended up staying home. Like, I cleaned myself up, I got in bed, and I just, like, laid low for the rest of the day because I didn't feel good. I called my parents later to tell them what happened because, again, I thought this was so funny. I was so embarrassed, but also it was too funny not to tell people. So I called my parents and I told them, and my mom was like, did you clean your bike seat? I was like, I completely forgot. So, like, I'm all cleaned up, and it's been like a few hours, and my mom was like, did you get a new bike seat? Are you gonna get a new bike seat? I was like, no. I hadn't even, like, thought to, like, clean the bike seat. So I went at it with, like, sanitizing wipes. Yummy. Oh, a sweet girl. I went at it with sanitizing wipes, and I just, like, I tried to clean it, and the smell, there was a smell, and it wasn't going away, and it was not. So, me, being who I am, the maker of choices, I did not replace my bike seat. I just tied a plastic bag over it. Mom and Dad, if you're watching, I still need a new bike seat for Christmas. It's been a year. Oh my god. Yep. These are choices I've made. And decisions that could have been better. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure those are, like, the best, most embarrassing stories that I can think of at this time. I do embarrassing stuff all the time. I embarrass myself. People are embarrassed for me regularly. But what's funny about, like, these particular situations is, like, I had a choice to make in many of these situations, and I just made very questionable choices. Very, very questionable choices. I'm gonna yawn again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so, those were really embarrassing things that happened. And I feel like they're not even embarrassing things that really happened to me. I happened to me. Like, I'm the reason these stories are embarrassing. Because, like, the start of these stories is just like, oh yeah, that happens. You're, like, a human being. Like, whatever. But I made them into a thing. Yep. So, Alycia Rivet, sophisticated lady who has picked up and tossed away a turd, rinsed out her pee shorts so that they would be water and pee shorts, and crapped myself, and then biked around in it for a little while just to kind of give myself time to figure out what to do next. Yep. So, it's been 42 minutes of Cammy getting to be cuddled and me sharing some embarrassing stories. Hey guys, it's me again. So I just finished editing, and I did actually start telling one more embarrassing story, but then my roommate came home, and so I had to stop there. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to let me know if you can think of additional embarrassing stories, and I will see you the next time. Bye bye.